text is probably the easiest thing you can do with a microbit in terms of block coding. It's super simple. I have two options here. I have on start and I've got the forever. On start is when the program begins, so when the microbit is connected to a power source, or for example here in the simulator, it starts automatically right away. Let's take a look. The text is found in two places. The first one that most beginners would start with is basic. Click on basic, show string. Click on show string and we can drag that, and in our little show string block we can type pretty much anything we want, and there we go. Now it's only going to run once, okay, because that's what we told it to do. Now if I wanted something to repeat over and over and over again, I'd put it in the forever code block. So I can take my show string, put it in forever, play my code, and off it goes. Hi there, and it will just keep going. It'll never stop. The second place that we can find text is if you scroll down a little bit and you click on advanced. Scroll down a little bit more. Here are all my text options. Let's see what we've got. Here we have an empty string where we can type in whatever we want. We can work out the length of something. We can even join two strings to each other. Okay, we'll actually use that in a second and see how it works. We can choose a specific character from left to right, so the fifth character in a particular string, for example. This is quite complicated stuff that you'll do sort of grade 10, grade 11, so I wouldn't worry about that right now for the beginner. Let's do a join. So here we go. On start, show string. Now I'm going to take this hi there and put that back there, and I'm going to replace it with this. There it is there, and now I can say join this one and that one. So we can say join hi and there. Now it's interesting to note that it actually puts I don't think it puts a space after the hi and the there, so you might have to actually make a space yourself, and there's your space, as you can see. Those are all your text options, slightly more advanced. Obviously it's under the advanced section, but the obvious one here is show string. Now I'm going to try and do something with some text and have it repeating, and I'll show you how we can use a pause. For example, if I have the show string hello and I want to put show string something else. Now look here, I'll give you a quick tip. You can either choose a block and drag it back again if you wanted to, or you could just right click and say duplicate, which is also pretty easy. Hello, how are you? There we go. Now as this is in a forever block, it's just going to keep going. So let's take a look. It says hello, just be patient, and how are you? And it's going to keep going and keep going, keep going. Now it doesn't stop. So what I'm going to do is let's say we want to have a pause. Back to my basic group, down at the bottom here it says pause. Now don't forget, 1000 milliseconds ms is 1 second. So if I just add an extra 0 on there and the program begins again, you'll notice at the end of the string of how are you, it will pause for 1 second before it then carries on with the first string again. Let's take a look and see if it does. So it's on the YOU question mark. There's our pause, 1 second, and then it kicks in again. So don't forget that pause is actually very, very handy if you need to have something wait for a few seconds or a few minutes.